Good morning, Daniel. Your reaction to the Board of Peace, does it make the Middle East feel safer?
It's important to have a vision of peace. That's an important starting point. We've had far too much war. It's nice that someone is speaking about peace. We need to have a vision of peace. And my vision is that Gaza should make peace with Israel. That's the goal. We need to have peace. We've just had war. But the problem is that Gaza still has a government, which is Hamas. Hamas is the Islamic resistance movement. Hamas is the movement that invaded Israel, massacred 1,200 people, and held hostages for more than 500 days. It remains the government of Gaza. In order for there to be peace, it cannot be the government of Gaza. It needs to disarm, de-radicalize, and give everyone a chance to build a better future than we've experienced for the past 2 years.
Daniel, what do you make of this front page headline in the Daily Telegraph? Starmer aide pushes for Hamas to keep their weapons. Sir Keir Starmer's leading security aide has been lobbying for Hamas to keep some of its guns as part of the Gaza peace process. Jonathan Powell, the PM's national security advisor, believes that the terror group should be permitted to retain their AK-47s and other personal weapons in order to break the deadlock in stalled talks on phase 2 of the ceasefire. Do you approve of that policy?
I think it sends the wrong message to be speaking about which weapons Hamas can keep. Even if we're just talking about AK-47s, AK-47s are enough to terrorize everyone in Gaza who is not a member of Hamas, and it can ensure that Hamas retains a significant degree of power, the ability to terrorize everyone and operate as a mafia that can extort the people of Gaza. Hamas needs to be giving up its weapons in exchange for the reconstruction of Gaza. Gaza cannot be rebuilt while Hamas remains an armed group in power, in a position to terrorize everyone, not just their Israeli neighbors, but also the Palestinians who are living in Gaza and are hoping to move on and have a better future than what Hamas has provided them.
Daniel, what do ordinary Israelis make of Donald Trump and his efforts to broker world peace?
Ordinary Israelis are thankful for the role that President Trump has played in ending the war in Gaza with the safe return of the hostages that Hamas was torturing and starving in underground tunnels. And we are hoping that President Trump can continue with his vision, with his ambition, and lead us to a better place where Hamas is not the government of Gaza. His Board of Peace is an incredibly ambitious project, but we remain concerned about some of the members of the Board of Peace, namely the members who really like Hamas and want Hamas to remain in power with its weapons, namely the governments of Qatar and Turkey, to say nothing about the potential joining of the government of Russia, which has been sending Iranian-made drones into Ukraine on a regular basis. So many of the countries that are comprising the Board of Peace or speaking about joining are actually serving the opposite role and prolonging the war. But if President Trump can use his diplomatic skills to lead them in a better direction, then we will all applaud it. But it remains to be seen. And in the meantime, we still have Hamas in Gaza. We need Hamas to disarm. We need Hamas to move on. And we can all have a better future if that happens. That will be the measurement of Trump's Board of Peace.